Early morning in the Grove, a way of life for Christian Spinoza.
Some people would call it work. I like to think of it as fun.
As a fourth-generation citrus grower in Polk County, Christian's seen a lot, but not as much as his granddaddy.
He's seen the heydays. He's gone through the freezes of the 80s where we've pretty much had to rebuild from scratch.
History says nothing has hit as hard as citrus greening.
Greening has had a larger impact than I think any other single factor on the Florida citrus industry.
But what is it?
To me, the easiest way to describe citrus greening is it's suffocating the tree.
Citrus greening is spread by an insect. Once a tree is infected, there is no cure. The disease was first spotted in Florida back in 2005, yet the problem grows.
I'm not holding out for a silver bullet.
Research is ongoing, and growers have tried new techniques.
We're putting that fertilizer right on top of the roots where it can quickly get uptake by the tree.
But in the last 20 years, Florida's citrus acreage has dropped from 756,000 to 419,000 acres, and 60% of growers have walked away.
You start losing production, what becomes easier, selling out or staying in the citrus business?
Urbanization and consumer habits are other factors. You see, OJ used to be a thing.
Whenever anyone at your house needs a break, make it an orange juice break. It helps restore energy.
When you think of a big, healthy orange, you probably aren't thinking this. It's not all that pretty. But Florida oranges aren't for eating. All of this is for drinking. In fact, 90% of the country's orange juice comes from Florida.
It's just because of our climate and our soils allow us to grow that juice fruit.
The U.S. Department of Agriculture recently released their forecast for this year's orange harvest. It's forecasting only 47 million boxes of Florida oranges.
I don't know that everyone was expecting quite that low.
To compare, peak production came in 1997 with 244 million boxes.
There was a lot of fruit. Obviously we had a lot more fruit.
With no cure in sight for citrus greening and consumption going down, it can be tough for growers to be optimistic about what's next.
That's a scary world. I don't know if I want to live in a world where there's no orange juice.